Hi, everybody. This is Yehuda Shamroth of RBS Acupuncture and studying to be an intermittent fasting coach, which I think is an amazing way, the lifestyle of eating. And I'll share that with you in more detail in videos to come. But what I'm doing today is giving an introductory to a 3-day water fast for those of you who will be joining me doing a water fast, 72-hour water fast the next few days. I will be beginning my own fast on Motzei Shabbat because I feel very full. I like to do a fast after Shabbat because I've eaten a lot of food and I feel really full and satiated, and it's not so difficult. In fact, I do a 24-hour fast every single Sunday because I don't need to eat so much food after eating a lot on Shabbos. And then I can break my fast. Say I finished eating at 3 p.m. or 4 p.m. on Saturday. I don't eat until 3 or 4 on Sunday, and I'm just starting to get hungry. So it's a great day for me to do one 24-hour. The rest of the week, I do a 16 fast and 8-hour eating window. And so my day starts eating. I start eating at 12 noon, and I break my, or I stop eating and start my fast at 8 p.m. Anyway, that's for future videos. But right now, let's talk about the 3-day water fast. We really want to understand how the fast helps us and why we should do it. Why would anybody want to do such a thing? And it's more than just for weight loss. It's really a healing method to get yourself a kickstart. It's a reset. It's a kickstart. If you're going to start an intermittent fasting lifestyle, if you're going to start any diet, or you just really want to do a little quick reset of your body, it's a wonderful thing to do every few months. Some people do it once a month. Some people do it 3 times a year, 4 times a year. It depends on what you can tolerate and what you think helps you. So let's just start with the 3-day water fast. And what is it all about? I have a couple notes here. The 3-day water fast is often referred to as the immune reset fast because it builds up the immune system. And in a fasted state, after 72 hours, your body goes into healing mode and it regenerates stem cells. And stem cells are our rebuilding and repair cells. So it's hard for us to create those in our body, but we do because we're able to, because the body has that innate nature. Our body's intelligent and our body knows how to take care of us. And we can institute certain triggers to help stimulate that kind of process. And fasting is one of them. And I did want to say at the very beginning that most people can do this fast, but those who should absolutely not do this fast are people who are type 1 diabetics who are insulin dependent, or pregnant or nursing women, or anybody who feels unsure of it. You should call me if you would like me to help you screen yourself to see if you're a candidate, or you want to check with your own medical doctor or your own medical nurse, healthcare provider. Do that. And if you're on a lot of medications, you don't go off your medications. So even though this is a water fast, it's a little bit of misleading because you can take your medications and you drink more than water. You can drink more. You can drink a lot of tea. You can drink a lot of coffee. You can drink flavored waters with no sugar added. You can add MCT oil. You can add any kind of ginger juice. So this kinds of things I have a list of things that I will share with you on the WhatsApp group. Also, if you feel like you're super hungry and you're feeling like you're about to faint, you probably should break your fast. But besides that, we can give you something called fasting snacks. And the fasting snacks are things to help you get through a period where you're feeling very, very tired or very, very dizzy or very shaky or something like that. You feel like you need some calories. So you're allowed to have a few things that you can have, like the MCT oil is very filling. Actually, you can put that in your coffee. We can give you a half an avocado, and or give yourself a half an avocado, or else you can have even up to 2 tablespoons full of almond paste or almond butter. And they technically could break your fast, but they have done studies showing that these things are so low carbohydrate that you can really dissolve them and metabolize them quickly. So they do not turn into any kind of carbohydrate or do not spike the sugar. And if you're very unsure there's something that you want to take, if it spikes your sugar or if it doesn't, that's how we monitor this kind of thing. You should get a glucose monitor. I think everybody should have one anyway if you're going to be doing any extended fasts like this. And even Dr. Mindy Pels, who I'm studying with, says people in a 3-day water fast should test their glucose every single, 3 times a day while they're having a water fast. And again, not pure water, but water-based fast for 72 hours. And if you feel at any time you want to give it up, please do. Do not hesitate to say, I'm done with this. Do not be a hero. Do not be a martyr. You are not competing with anybody but yourself. So please, just if you feel that bad and your sugar test's very low, especially below 50, that's the indication to please stop fasting and have something normal food to eat. And if you feel like you just feeling a little lightheaded, a little dizzy, a little headachy, that's usually acceptable enough to just, try to push through, take a little nap, see if you feel better. It's not easy. And so also don't plan a lot of heavy things for this time either. Do not have Sheva brachas so when everybody's eating around you, and don't pick up extra work, and don't do it when the children are at home. Do it while they're at school. Try to do it when you have really a little more time to focus on yourself and really just set yourself up for success. And so fasting resets your body. It helps boosts your immune system. It helps cleanse every single thing down to the cellular level after certain numbers of hours. Because there's a lack of glucose, the body turns to other methods to get your body in good shape. So it starts to clean itself out and kick out all the toxins. And then it finally, by the 36-hour mark or so, you start to produce these stem cells, which are healing everything that's been bothering you all along. And that's why people do this regularly, because they feel a healing difference. They feel they're healing from their chronic conditions. They're sometimes preventing chronic conditions. They're alleviating pains, and they're slowing down the effects of aging, which is very nice. And you can lose some weight also. So again, nearly everybody can take this fast, not everybody. Of course, we mentioned before, if you're pregnant or nursing, do not, or taking insulin, do not do this fast. So we know that fasting is considered a healing state, as I mentioned, and the body does know how to heal itself, and we just have to remind it, and we have to give it that opportunity. So instead of looking outward to the medical community or to drug companies or to medications or even herbal medicines, which I love, look inside yourself for healing. And this is one way you can do it, and it's free. You will have some uncomfortable symptoms. You will have maybe some skin rashes, headaches, dizziness, tired, you're exhausted. You might have some pains, aches and pains. This is the body getting rid of toxins and telling you these are the areas of the body that might need some attention once you're finished with the fast. So it sends you signals to let you know what you need to work on. And diarrhea, especially, and rashes, if you have them, is your body getting rid of toxins. So when you have this understanding of how important it is to do this periodically, it's really gives you a little more motivation to continue on and not have to start all over again if it's just a little bit of faint hunger. And we are so used to just eating 3 square meals a day, and some people even eat 6 small meals a day. It's hard to walk into any Makolet without seeing rows and rows and rows of really dangerous processed foods. I never used to think so. I mean, I gave my kids all their processed foods growing up, and I gave them healthy foods too, because I'm a nurse and I cared about their nutrition. So I made sure they had vegetable soup just about every night. And I made sure that they had cut up vegetables in their lunch in addition to their potato chips and cookies. I gave them everything. But, I see now that there's so many additives and toxic products in processed foods, and it sets people up for obesity. It sets up people for long-term chronic health issues. I want to do that again, and my kids are more healthy than me now, so that's a good thing because they've caught on as young adults. So the first time you're fasting, you're going to have a little bit of tiredness. You might be a little anxious, so be in touch with me frequently, and be in touch with each other too. Your body knows exactly what to do, so it's not going to let you get into too much trouble. Meaning that if you really do it, you set yourself up properly. And my second video, I tell you to eat properly for the 24 hours before your fast. And if you do like I'm going to do and start on Motzei Shabbat, you'll already be doing that. You're getting plenty of food in your system. Just make sure it's healthy food and not processed food, and healthy fats, and very nutritionally based proteins and vegetables and fruits, and lots of hydration, of course. So just to recap a little bit, I'll say that at 12 hours into the fast, your body already starts to shift in its metabolic state. And what it does is it shifts from the glucose burning to the fat burning, which is what a lot of us want. And that's not the only reason for doing this fast, but is one of the main motivators for several people. You probably didn't realize it was so healing as well. But at 12 hours, your body is saying, wow, we don't have any glucose in here, so we're going to switch to fat. It's called gluconeogenesis. And it's the body's way of finding another source of fuel to give your body energy. So after it searches the whole body through, gets rid of all the glucose, it goes to the fat. And you can start losing body fat right in this 3-day fast. Some people lose several pounds, and they don't keep it off all the way because you really have to maintain a diet as well afterwards. But what the fasting state does for you, once you kick into fasting state, your fat, the byproduct of your fat metabolism is something called ketones, and ketones are certain types of mechanisms to help keep burning fat for fuel, which is a wonderful desired thing. But not only that, it exhibits neuroprotective properties. So we know that it really helps keep your mind very stable, your emotions very stable. It decreases inflammation throughout the whole body. Ketones protect against cell damage, and they're good antioxidants in that way. And when I was talking about the neuroprotectiveness of it, this was a diet that was discovered that was very helpful for kids who had seizure disorders back in the 1980s, and they still recommend this diet for a lot of different people with any kind of neurological issues. So at 12 to 15 hours, the body is still shifting over from a glucose burning to fat burning and making ketones. It's really good for you. And growth hormone also starts to kick in a little bit. You have it in your body already, and we don't produce a lot as we're adults, but we can produce a little more. You can stimulate the body to do so, and that helps keep the body strong and stable during a fast. By 17 hours, because the cells are sensing that glucose is really diminishing from the body, and you're also depleting nutrients, which is why you have to add nutrients to your water. I talk about that in one of the videos. So the cell repair starts to kick in. It's called autophagy. And autophagy is the body saying, okay, we need to clean up these cells and get rid of anything we don't need so we can survive better. So it runs around like housekeeping and gets rid of toxins, gets rid of bacteria, gets rid of viruses. Things hang around in cells for a very, very long time. And any kind of byproducts or any kind of negative additives to foods and things that are just disruptive to they're called disruptors. And endocrine disruptors and hormone disruptors that we ingest in everyday foods, and we inhale pollution from cars, and we have some toxins and chemicals that are put into our cosmetics. These are things that hang around in our cells for a long time and prevent us from feeling good and functioning optimally, and prevents us from losing weight sometimes too. So at the 17-hour mark, all this good cleaning goes on in your cells. And then if you make it to 24 hours, your digestive system starts to repair itself on a cellular level, because the stem cells there start to be created and start to clean up the gut. By 36 hours, your belly fat is starting to burn up, and your dopamine gets reset, which makes you a little happier. I mean, even if you think you're feeling dizzy because you're not eating, a lot of that is psychological, by the way. People think they have to eat. I had a neighbor say to me, how can you not eat until 12 o'clock every day? Don't you need to eat breakfast? Well, how can you manage going that long? And it's just not that difficult. It's really not that difficult. And intermittent fasting to me is an amazing lifestyle, and it's enabling me to lose weight and keep my weight down. And I feel very energetic. I'm 67 years old and I feel fantastic. I said by 24 hours, I said the gut gets repaired. By 36 hours, the belly fat starts to go. And within 48 hours, your stem cells start. And then 48 hours and onwards, as long as you want to fast. There are people, I'm on a Facebook group. Some people are fasting for a month, water fasting, really just water fasting. I don't know how they're doing it. I wouldn't recommend that to anybody. I'm not there yet myself. I don't think I'll ever going to do that. And I would probably never recommend that to you. But I just want to let you know all the things that should motivate you for really wanting to do this, because even though your electrolytes might go down and you have to replace those, we do have our fastest snacks we can go for, and you might experience dizziness and fatigue and a little bit of tiredness, but stick with it and call me or write to me and I'll try to talk you through it. Or you can test your blood sugar. Again, if it's below 50, you're going to stop your fast automatically. Or if you think for any reason you want to stop your fast, you can congratulate yourself for doing as long as you're doing, and don't ever think you're a failure, because every little bit of fasting you do is doing your body a very big favor. So let's see how we can do with this fast. And I wish you all the best of luck. Please be in touch constantly with me. I'll answer all emails or all messages, text messages, and I'm going to send you all the encouragement that I can. and ideas that I can, and in the subsequent WhatsApp messages, you will see things you can buy to make sure you get the proper minerals and the salt and the protein maybe that you need if you have to take some tastes of almond butter. And I wanted to say too, you want to have at least 2 to 3 liters of water a day, and that can be included. You can include that the water, the juices, the water, not juice so much, but the flavored waters that you're gonna do, the non-sugary. You can actually buy stuff like that. And they say coconut water is the most perfect rehydration liquid that you can buy, and you can buy that sugar-free in most of the health food stores. I gave examples of that on the WhatsApp group. And also, okay, it's gonna be hard, you're gonna be missing food, you're gonna be feeling sorry for yourself. I've been through it a few times now. But it really is so worth it at the end. And you're very proud of yourself, and I'll be proud of you through whatever you can do. So please be in touch and look at the other videos, and I'm gonna post some written stuff as well. Thanks very much.